Is your car really stinking dirty from all the salt and road grime from the winter and you don't feel like taking it through a car wash? I'm going to show you how to clean your car in the garage in the winter time. It's much easier than you think. What's up everyone, thanks for joining me today. Got a few things I'm going to go over here just to get us started. So Optimum No Rinse. I have talked about this in previous videos. This is one of my all-time favorite car wash products here. So this can be used on the interior, it can be used on cleaning glass, it can be used on cleaning the surface of your car. I'll show you how to use that. And we're going to be finishing off our drying with Meguiar's Ultimate Quick Wax. I'm going to be doing what's called the Gary Dean method. Just do a search on YouTube for that, how to wash your car, just for a little bit more in-depth tutorial on how that works. But basically we just take a whole bunch of microfiber towels, put it in a 5-gallon bucket with a grit guard, so this keeps all the dirt at the bottom so that way it doesn't get mixed up. And I'm just going to take a gallon of distilled water to fill this up with. You can use tap water as long as it's soft water. It helps to prevent water spotting if you have that. I've also got a 2-gallon pump sprayer filled with about a gallon of water, and that is just not an absolute requirement, but I am going to use it for pre-rinsing the car just so I can knock off some of the loose dirt and stuff like down here where it's really bad. This guy's going to come in handy for that, especially for like getting underneath the fenders and stuff, like in the wheel wells, washing tires and wheels if they're really nasty. Like this car hasn't been washed in probably 3 weeks, so it's pretty bad. So that pump sprayer is going to be absolutely critical for that, to prevent scratching. Now, like I said, if you keep up on this and wash once a week, you probably don't need that, but for like 20 or 30 bucks for a quality pump sprayer, absolutely worth it. Without further ado, let's get started. There's your wash solution. The only problem with doing video in my garage is that I can't get a really wide shot for you, so I'll just have to make do. Usually you're going to need about 3, maybe 4 towels, so I'm going to take these and just throw them right in. Let them get soaking. And while that's soaking, we'll go ahead and start spraying the car. And this is just our pre-soak with the pump sprayer. Top to bottom, just like I did with my traditional wash method. And we don't have to soak it like crazy. This is just enough just to get a little bit of lubrication and a little bit of water on the paint. Paying attention to the bottom. That's the most important part, where there's most dirt. Lubrication is key to preventing scratching, so a little bit of water goes a long way. In addition to the ONR, it is a great lubricant, so that's really what we're doing. Protect the paint. Really focus on the bottom here. Get up underneath it. Top to bottom, so that way the dirt starts running down. Get our tires. Up in the wheel well. And repeat for the whole car. Now that the car is all wet down, I've still got a little bit of water left, so I only used like, what, maybe 3/4 of a gallon. So we'll set that off to the side. I don't think my rims are too dirty, so I'm not going to hit it with this, but if you did need to wash your rims more thoroughly, just use an all-purpose cleaner like Simple Clean or something like that. This is a simple green bottle with Super Clean in it. So you could spray that on just like you traditionally wash your tires, just spray it on. Use a brush like this, scrub it, and then you can use the remaining water in your pump sprayer to rinse it off, and then you're good to go. But you can see there's not that much water on the floor actually, so you know, a half gallon in this garage, it's not going to be too slippery or anything. Just use caution, okay? So I've got my extra strength diluted O&R in this bottle. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the extra strength stuff and just spritz the entire car with it, because this stuff will start working right away to start breaking down the salts and everything and the dirt before I hit it with the 256-to-1 mixture. So this is 64-to-1 mix. It's a ½ ounce of O&R to 32 ounces of water. And I misspoke before, this cap is actually a ½ ounce, so you need 1 capful per gallon at 256-to-1. So here we go. Don't need to go super heavy, but be generous with it. I like this high output sprayer. It puts a lot of product down. Again, focusing on the bottom parts of the car that get the most dirty. You can get up in the wheel wells, just hit everything. I sprayed the entire car very generously, and I only used about half of the bottle. And that was going heavy with this stuff, so, you know, just... I find that using this and pre-soaking with the pump sprayer helps to keep my towels cleaner as well, so I'm not going through as many towels during the wash process either. I can do this entire car with 3 towels this way, whereas if I wouldn't pre-soak, I would probably be using 5 or 6. So keep that in mind. Just an option that you have. So I'm going to grab my towel. First one. I'm going to show you how damp it needs to be. So there's my bucket. It's been soaking for a while. So just take it, see how it's dripping? I just give it a light wring out like that. I want it kind of wet, just a little bit of a drip, so it's still kind of heavy, but not completely sopping wet. So what we're going to do, we can either fold it into fourths, or I like to go in a different method, but I will show you the traditional Gary Dean method, which is fold your towel into fourths, and you do one panel at a time. You could either dry a panel as you go or dry the entire car once you're done. I like to wait until the end. It's not like I've got any sun to worry about drying with water spots. So here we go. Make sure I can see what's happening here. So I got my towel folded into fourths. And I kind of roll the towel as I go along, so that way the dirt isn't all in one spot. So I'm kind of starting at the front here and I'm kind of rolling the towel as I go like that. There's one section clean. Look at that. That is one pass. I don't know if you can see that dirt or not. Yeah. That's why we use multiple towels, so that way we're not transferring that dirt. Real light pressure. I'm not putting a ton of pressure on it, just kind of letting the weight of the towel do the work here. Slightly overlapping, about 50%. There we go. Now you can see how dirty that is. Let me see if I can get some better light here. Apologies for the cramped garage here and clunkiness of the video. There we go. That was half of my hood. Now we're going to, because this is soiled, we're going to flip it over like this, and we're going to do the other side of the hood. Slight overlap. And voila, there is a clean hood. Take a look at that. So then, when you're ready for your next panel, fold it the other way. You've got another 2 sides to work with. So in total, you've got 8 sides here per towel. So that should, I just did one hood with 2 sides, so by my math, about 2 or 3 should do the entire car. And I always work top to bottom, just like I do with a traditional wash. You can wipe in here, getting all these crevices. You don't have to be careful with the glass because you're not going to scratch it. Look how dirty that windshield is. So I might use one side for all the windows since I don't care too much. And there's all the windows done with one side. Just look at that nasty road salt. Now, I don't want to put this in the bucket when I'm done with this because this is a soiled rag. So I could actually save this bucket and use it for the next time that I need to wash my car next week or the week after. So I've got a lid, which I got this from Home Depot in the paint section for about 9 or 10 bucks, I think. So what I do is I put this lid and I just twist it on and seal it. And I save that water until the next time I need to wash my car. So that 1 or 2 gallons will probably last me like 3 or 4 washes at least, which is even more economical. So I take this rag, and I'll let it soil, and I just set it to the side. Maybe put it on a bench or something until you're done with it. Until you're done with your entire wash. So the only thing that goes in this bucket is clean rags and clean water. It helps keep the contaminants from getting mixed and everything. You're always working clean. So before this video gets too long, I am going to go ahead and just skip to the drying section. We'll just do just the hood for demonstration purposes, and I'll finish with the rest of the car later. So I've got Meguiar's Ultimate Quick Wax. This is 9 or 10 bucks at any auto parts store, Target, Walmart. They carry this pretty much everywhere, which is why I like Meguiar's products. You can also just get the regular Quick Wax in a red bottle. It's like $5.99 or something, so that works just as fine. This is just a synthetic version of it. And this is the exact same method as when I used a hose for washing. I'm going to turn this on, give it a little shake. Got my good old trusty waffle weave drying towel, and we're only going to give it 2 or 3 sprays per panel. You can use more if you want, but that's it. Maybe spritz the rag too while we're at it. You don't need much. And again, working in straight lines. Not a lot of pressure. Again, we don't want to scratch or grind the paint. We're just kind of letting the towel glide across and putting just a tiny bit of pressure just to guide it. And then we'll flip it over, come back for a final pass. Being gentle. If you're new to rinseless washing, chances are, if you didn't overlap a lot, you might get a pretty dirty towel the first time that you wash. So you notice, because I didn't do this panel next to the hood, I do have a little bit of dirt on this, so that is why we don't use a lot of pressure. We'll come back over here. We'll dry our windshield. And I do have a drying towel that I use specifically for glass, so I'll go over this another time just to get the glass nice and shiny and spot free. And that's all there is to it. So guys, if you found this video, go ahead and hit thumbs up. If you found it useful, leave me a comment below. Hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll be doing more detailing videos soon. Until next time.